Okay, so
Yes.
so we will start today. So in the last
Yeah.
session, you have any question? If you in review or if you uh,
No,
uh,
no question.
okay. So today we'll start with uh, continue with the structure. On here we have just in the last session we have discussed with the ts config related three files and the read file and package .json file and package.json file. This file will be discussed in the last session. Now we will discuss about the angular.json file.
Okay.
Non angular.json file. What the use of this file on here? Okay, so this is a my this is a angular file. Just I may share a screen through the structure because tell you. Can you see my screen? Correct diagram?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So actually, angular.json is used for the CLI purpose. Means when you run the command on here, uh, right click, go to the terminal, and on here write ng build. Okay, ng build ng serve. For this is CLI command. Okay. This is
Okay.
for this purpose use this file angular.json file used for the CLI purpose. So in this file what the in this file how many configuration on this file. Okay, so you can see on here uh, this is a architecture. Okay, in the architecture we have build serve extract test. Okay, so what things on here, what is the configuration on here? So step by step we will tell you in the diagram what is the work on here. Okay, so on here we have on here these things. First is a schema version new project root. Okay, these things. Okay,
Okay.
these things is parent level. This thing is
Oh,
parent level.
parent. Okay, parent
So
level.
yeah, schema version new project root and project.
आप
Okay,
हिंदी में समझाना चाहे तो बोल सकते हो, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं.
yeah,
हेलो.
we can also tell you in Hindi, but actually common language is English. So,
Okay.
so if you have any doubt in English, you can try. Still, you don't clear doubt.
Okay.
Okay, continue. We can repeat to repeat to repeat. Still, you not clear.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we continue. Repeat. Okay, so on here we have top level structure. This is a schema. Schema is used for the Angular CLI JSON for validation and auto completion. Suppose that we will go to the project structure on here. This is a path. Okay, this is a path. Node module Angular CLI lib config on here. So then go to the node module. Node module. Go to the CLI. Okay, CLI. After
Leave.
lib on here lib CLI live inside CLI lib and inside config, correct, config, then config.json
Schema.
file on here. They're all schema related on this, that all schema register on here related to the
Okay.
Angular CLI workspace configuration, correct. This title on here saying, you can see on here Angular CLI workspace configuration. This all on here. These all schemas for that purpose on register on here. Uh, on here.
Angular.
Okay, on here we have registered all configuration schemas on here. Okay, this is a
Okay.
version. By default version is 1 always.
Okay.
Okay, when you create the project, this is version 1. If you change version, that is no impact in the application. And when you create the application, the new project root is come on your project. Okay, this is a project name one come. Okay, after that go in the child. This is a project. Okay, this is a
हमारा
project.
मीटिंग चल रही है. हेलो.
Yeah, inside the project.
हाँ.
Okay, this is inside the project. This is child. Okay,
child.
this is a panel level. Inside this project, we have start on here project.
Okay.
Okay, so inside the project, we are creating the project name is demo. We create the project name is demo.
Demo.
Okay, okay, yeah, this is a demo project. You can see demo project. Okay, this is a project name. So this is a project name. This is a project name. Okay, and this project type is application. Okay, because this is a project. Suppose that you have some library, so on here you can add library. These things on here library. Okay, just comment. Uh, not working. Mm. When it is not working on here. Okay, on here comment not working, maybe some lab needs to start. So this is suppose that this is a application. We have project is application. Okay, if you have a library, then you can add on your library. Okay, we have two things: library and application.
Application.
Okay, if you understand the C sharp application, okay, on there we have library and application, multiple library you can add on there. Okay, same things on here. This is a library and application. So this is a project is a application. So we are making on here application. Okay, this is a semantic. No need to semantic. This is a root level because this application is root level. Root level on here you can see because project root is the workspace root. Okay, means on here just close. Okay, uh, root is a root level. Okay, this things is on root level because complete project is a root level. Okay, so this is root empty is a root level. Okay, source root, source means code, source code. Okay, so then source code is source root. What is the source root?
Yes, sir.
src. Okay, so this is a source code. On here we can we will write all code. We will write all code on here. Okay, all code write on here. Okay, this is a source root src. If you change the name on here abc, okay, abc, then also you change the name on here abc, and where this source folder register, you need to change all. Suppose that on here copy and search src. How many place this is register? Angular.json file, angular.json file src, package.json file, ts config.app.json file, ts config.spcs file. If you change on here source root abc or Hiran, correct? Hiran, your name is Hiran, correct?
Hiran.
Okay. Then you can change the name Hiran. Then in this file, application.json, angular.json, packet.log.json, and tsconfig.app.json. Okay, tsconfig.special. On here, you need to change that name. Okay. So we have on here by default is create the src. Okay, by default Angular create the src folder. So yeah, so on here by default we have src. These things. Okay, understand? So after that we have prefix. Prefix, this is a app. Okay, app prefix means when you create the project component. On here we have component. This is inside the app, and inside the app we have app.ts file. This is a selector on here. This is a selector app. This app come from from here. Prefix. What is the prefix you need? Suppose that we have write on here Hiren. 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 Correct? Okay. I change the name. After that we have created the project. ng generate. Okay, just I tell you, you can write also shortcut name. ng generate means G, you can write G. Components C means C. Okay, like test2. Component name is test2. Okay, so then you can check the test2 folder. On there,
Mm.
test2 component you can see on here. Hidden.
Iran.
Okay,
Mm.
this hidden come from angular.json prefix.
Prefix.
Understand?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So first I delete this folder. No need to no. Okay. So you can understand prefix, source root. These things you can understand. Okay. After
Mm.
after we will go to the architect. Okay. So architecture we have in the architect level we have build, serve. Build means we have ng build. Okay. Ng build the application.
Mm.
We want to build the application. For that we will use build. Okay, if you run the application, then for that we will serve. And this extract that I18n. If you understand in the suppose in C sharp so you have specification or language specification. Suppose that ki we have multiple language right if you Hindi convert in Hindi English. Okay,
Mm.
based on the specification
Mm.
like China, English, Hindi, they done show the site. So this is a specification I18, I18N. Throw based on the you can transform the language.
Okay.
Okay, if you use in C sharp, but that language transformation where if you understand the SQL server.
Yes.
Yes, so on there on you can if you know the n barker Bharata
Varchar
meaning
and Varchar.
yeah n
Unicode
Bharata
or Unicode.
n Bharata mean what is the difference between n barker and barker?
It is support Unicode characters.
Unicode character and other is
Other language.
correct.
Uh,
Same thing. Same things. This is same things. I18N.
okay.
Same things. This is a when you use for the I18N. This transformation to the another language.
Mm.
Okay, and this is for the testing purpose. Okay, this
Okay.
test is for the testing purpose. So, okay, this is a parent level, and go to the one by one. Go to the inside in the build. First, go to the build. Okay, so inside the build, we have this is a builder.
Mm.
When you build the application, then for that this is a plugin. This plugin come from Node module. Okay, this plugin come from Node module. Okay, this Node module. Okay, so
Mm.
when you build the application, you need to this plugin for build the application. You need this plugin for build the application. Okay, Angular build colon application before 2019 before there is a some another plugin which name is uh, which name Dev Kit something different name. Okay,
Mm.
actually in the latest version it will change. It is Angular build application. Through this you can build the project.
Okay.
Okay, and go to the option we have browser. Okay, but the on here browser when you run the application. Okay, suppose that ki we have browser. Okay, when
Mm.
browser you have sent the request, then first request which page get first request which page. Okay, through the browser. So on here we have main.ts file. This file first request come on here. First request come on here.
Mm.
Main.ts file. Okay. From browser get send request. Then first request come on main.ts file. This main.ts file. This is
Mm.
main.ts file. Okay. I tell you in detail in main.ts file. But overall, this is first request from send to the browser. Then come in main.ts file. So okay, for that purpose, this is main.ts file. Browser come request, then main.ts file first request come. Okay, and ts config we have TS file. You can understand the TS config 100%. Okay. So this is a TS config.app.json file. What the purpose of this? You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nay, I tell you these things in last session.
Last session, okay.
TS config.
TS config app JSON.
Yeah. TS
Okay.
config.app.json and TS config.space.json.
Specification.json.
Yeah, both are different. So then, what the difference between
One
app.json
is
and
test or hello.
yeah, tell me.
One for testing
Yes.
and second is
Second is for the development.
deployment. Okay.
Development, not deployment.
Development. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a app. App means application. Space means testing.
Testing.
SPEC means testing. App means development. Okay.
Dev-
So this config used for the Typescript. This config used for the Typescript in TS config setting on here. TS config.app.json file. This file we can use for the Typescript. Okay.
Okay.
And after that we have asset folder. This is a asset folder. Okay. Asset folder on here. This is a asset folder. You can say this on here. Asset folder. Uh, okay. Oh no. So suppose that key when we have huge asset folder. Uh, okay. So on here in public folder. Okay. Uh, this is a suppose that when you some come from this GLOB means global. Okay.
Mm.
Come from something from globally. Come from global. Okay. And input public. Input directive path is which apply globe default to project root. Okay. This is used for the public things. Suppose this is a public. Okay. Public folder.
Mm.
Input public. On here we have fabcon.iso. On here we have get something on from here and globe. Through this you can get this thing asset. This is a public folder, correct? This is a public
Okay.
folder and a GL globally. When come value from this public folder, then you can use through this asset.
Okay.
Okay. These asset are copy defined asset to copy from output directory. Output directory we have. Output directory we have when you build the application. Okay, just uh, task public. Go to the on here. Okay. When you just on here build, when you deploy the application, then file will create. Uh, hmm, okay, just on right command on your ng build configuration is equal to dev. Okay, through the dev you can build the publish the code to the dev server. Okay, just I check this unheld exception demo is not saying the workspace. Hmm. Build ng okay ng build configuration is equal to dev configuration dev. Okay, for that we need some setting. Okay, this will not create one because for that we need to create the environment file. Okay,
Mm.
that time we have no environment file. These things we will tell you later. When you build the application for the deployment, that time this is saying define the state to copy the output directory. That time we have automatic create the one folder is output dist folder. Dist folder inside all file there on there. Okay, these things are saying when you build the application, then on here suppose that this is a public folder, go to the public folder. This file move to the on the public publish when you publish folder create on there this file move. Okay,
Okay.
and this is a style. This is
Style.
style on here. On here we have used the style. Okay, this is a style. Page style
SRC.
inside the src. src, this is style that says on
Hmm.
here. On here in angular.json, this is a which file, how many src.css file is defined on here. This is a globally. Suppose that if you any create the file which css file is used for the whole application, complete application, and we want to apply that css in complete application, that css you can add on here. Suppose that ki one is a src style.css file and other is a I create some custom file
Okay.
src uh, src back abc dot css.
CSS.
Okay, I create on here. I right click, new file, and new file ab abc dot css.
CSS.
Okay, so this is a, and on here be all css related to globally all applications, some common css like button, text box, input type, or message related, some common css we can write globally. So on here globally you can write css and register on angular.json file on here. So this css will apply in whole application. Okay, so if
Okay.
you want something like this, then you can add on here.
Okay.
Correct?
Hmm.
Okay, then you can understand this thing. After that, we have configuration. One is a production, one for development. Okay, we have
Hmm.
two configuration on here.
But
Configuration, yeah, we have configuration like suppose that we have some multiple type of things when you deploy the things on production, when come on burning error. Okay, so we can as on here we can assign that size. Suppose that ki when come error is error size, how much error size. Okay, so on here we can assign on here error size is initially 500 kb.
maybe.
Okay, initial we can assign 500 kb, and
Let's see.
this is a burning or maximum error we can assign on
1
here 1 MB. Okay, if you can change on here, also you can change 10 MB or 500 kb. Okay, you can change
Okay.
this till error will show maximum 1 MB. Okay, and burning will show till 500 kb burning. Okay, this is a by default setting. If you change, you can change. Okay, and this is a for code level. Okay, ts
Okay.
and html, and style related error is come, then it by default maximum burning 4 kb and maximum error 8 kb. When you come error in the style, when error will come in style, then maximum burning 4 kb, maximum error 8 kb. Correct?
Correct.
And output has hasing all means, support when you run the application, go to the browser, then we have some caching. We have some caching. You can understand in the C sharp caching.
Hmm.
Same things on here.
Catching.
Browser caching. Uh,
CACHING.
caching caching. Okay.
Catching.
So suppose that when you rendering the browser, then if you apply on all, okay, then it will cache on browser. Okay, these
Okay.
things only. If you want to caching all or bundle or media or none. If you don't caching, then none. You can do. Okay. If you caching done, if you need caching only for the only bundle or a media file, then you can change on here according
Okay.
which file you want to cache. Output has cache, output has seen. Okay, so by
Okay.
default it is all.
All.
we want caching all file. Okay. So
Okay.
any confusion on here? If you any confusion in between, please stop me.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
So so go to the development on here. This is a development, and this is for the production. Okay. This is a development, and these things on here. Optimization false, extracts license false. No need to license when you development the things. Okay. Source map true. Okay. For the development purpose, we no need to any things. Okay, size, all things. Then when you develop anything, then we have developed. So multiple issue will come. Okay, then we need to fix. But go to the production, then all things we need to configure, sir. Because on there we need to check the performance. Okay,
Yeah.
performance and multiple things we need to check on production level. So on that time we can configure sir, all things. But development level we can do, but no need for okay as a requirement. If you want to, then you can do same as production. Okay, so default configuration on your production. If you want to default configuration on development, you can do development. Okay, you can do on here development default configuration. By default this is a production. On here this is serve. Serve means when you run the application. So related serve but the configuration on here serve. When you serve this application, when you run the application, then we need to plugin. Uh, this plugin we need for builder purpose, and this is used for the production. This is for the development.
Development.
Okay, demo build production on here. Demo build development.
Development.
Build target. Where is we need to build target. Okay, this is a configuration. When you serve, then this plugin come from the node module. Okay, related at the rate angular things, all things come from the node module. Okay, after that we will go to the extract i18n. Okay, this builder, this is plugin come from the extract.i19 i18n. Okay, this is used for the language transformation. Okay, extract.
Language transformation.
Yeah. After we will talk about testing. Okay, so testing for that need to another framework need to install Karma. Okay, this is different from development. Okay, we need to install Karma from the node module, or when you build the ng-test run command and option tsconfig, we need on here change. On the development purpose, we need to on there app.json. Okay, you can remember app.json. On here we have space.json. We need to this file. This file we need on here when for the testing purpose. tsconfig. Okay, and also on here sl folder. This come from on here public. Okay, same things from development, and also same things for the CSS. This is come from the style.css. Any global CSS you have, you can add on.
Okay.
So these things we have. Okay, this CLI also we have analytics. If you need any analytics, okay, this is for digital marketing. So for that purpose, this key will generate. No need to these things we have, but for this analytics purpose, we need this key, unique key for the project level. So these things in the angular.json file, all things. If you understand, if you have any confusion, please let me know. Otherwise, we will go ahead. And on here, chain name is any confusion on here?
No.
Okay, then go move to the git ignore. Okay, git ignore. you already use in Git in the okay in last project in C sharp. Okay,
Hmm.
you know the about the Git.
Git.
Yes. So Git is for the uh, when you add the code for the server, when a multiple developer use, then for that purpose you can use Git. Okay, store that code in the server and another.
Server.
Okay, when you after that when you uh, you know Git, can you or describe more? Hello.
Hello. Yes.
If you know Git or describe more. Actually, this
GitHub. I know GitHub.
yeah, correct. GitHub is a software. On through this
Hmm.
Git we can use.
Okay.
Okay, same things is GitHub. So this is a Git ignore. Git ignore means Git ignore. Ignore means hatana.
Hmm.
Means you can understand in Hindi hatana. Okay, remove.
Hmm.
So on here we can multiple when you build the application. When you uh, build the application, that time which file you don't need on when you publish the code. That time you don't need the file when you publish the code. You can add on here. You can add on here. Suppose that when you build the code and deploy that code, that time we node need to node module. We node to npm debug log. These things.
Debug log.
Okay, projects, class, launch setting. Okay, Visual Studio Code, VS Code, the settings, launch settings, task. Okay, Angular कैसे, these things we no need. Okay, so we can add on here. So after if you add on here, then when you build the code, then ignore when you publish this code. That that time uh, it this file will not add on there in the folder. Okay, this
Okay.
file will not add on the that folder when you build the code. If you that
Okay.
file it edit, suppose this four file when you build the code, then on there this folder will not show on there because you can add on here. Temp folder will not show on publish build, or this all file will not show. If you want to
Okay.
add more file anything, if you want to suppose that you readme.md file will not show when you publish the code, you can add on here. You can add on here readme. Okay, all if you any some custom file you can create and add on here. When you publish the
Okay.
code, then you cannot see. Okay, these things for that purpose it get ignored. After that we have editor config. Editor config, we will talk about the editor config. uh, we have in the application this is a related to bs form in the previous things, in the ts config you understand the pre-tier in the pre-tier uh, pre-tier. Okay, this pre-tier, what the
Hmm.
use of this pre-tier, I tell you in the last session.
Uh, Prepare file option.
Okay, actually used for the code formatter. It is used for
Code
the code formatter.
code formatter.
Yeah, it prettier used for the code formatter. Okay, and go to on your editor config. So we have, just go to the design. We have formatting the code. We have three things. One is a editor config.
Hmm.
Okay, this is a editor config. Through this we have code formatting. For that purpose we are using that file editor config. Okay,
Okay.
another thing is a pre-tier. Pre-tier is used for the code formatter. Okay, some alignment, good looking. Okay, For that purpose, we are using prettier. And ESLint also same things we are using for the related to the TypeScript. We can use ESLint. Okay, these three things we are using for the code formatter. Like on here, one by one, we have these things asterisk. This is a asterisk.ts. This is a asterisk.md. Okay, there is a three things on here. Just one by one on here. Okay, editor config we have is like cat set. All file would be saved in the UTF encoding. Identity style space use space instead of type. Okay, these things identity style space. If you want to suppose that you use identity style, if you want to tab, you can also you can on here tab. But on here this is a space. Tab also you can use, but this is by default use space. And identify two space for standard. Okay, these things all things on your configuration related. And some codes on here. This is a single quote. Single quote means we have prefer always single quote rather than double quote. Quote type single, always use quote type single rather than double. Okay, so
Okay.
and markup down specific rule. This is a full form is markup down. Okay, md means this is a file I created in readme.md. Okay,
Mm.
readme.md. This file is saying max line length is off. You can add any things, any line means can open on here. Max line length is false, means you can no line length on here. Okay, for that purpose this line we are adding on here. Max line length is off. If
Okay.
true, if you on, if true, okay, then you can assign where the length, so or something. Okay, according to you can do. If you not assign false, off, then you can write anything no length. Trim tabling is white space for the use for the space related things. Okay, formatting. These things are for the core purpose, but in the if you write the code, no need these things, but only for the understanding purpose we are telling you what the code project is and in the file by default created and what the meaning of that file. Okay,
Okay.
so these things I tell you on here. Editor config, git ignore, angular.json. After that, we have public also design node modules. Also, you can understand. And on here, BS code on here, launch.json file.
Mm.
Launch.json file. When you build the application, this is a configuration. We have two things on here.
Mm.
Configuration. In the configuration, we have two things. Okay, for one for the testing purpose, one for the development purpose.
Development.
This is a for development purpose. This is for the
Development.
testing purpose. Okay, they are on here two things. So one for the on here write on command here name is ngserve. By default is get the application. When you run the application, then go to the Chrome by default. If you want any browser change, you can change on here. If you
Okay.
need any browser, if you want to add, then by default is on here Chrome. Okay, launch request launch. Okay, this Chrome, when you ngserve, then go to the by default go to the Chrome. Okay, on here pre-launch task and npm start. On here we can start the ngserve. This is a command. Through this command, this start the application. And this URL, if you want to suppose when you run the application, this by default go to the 4200. This is on here we have defined this port. Okay, if you want to change the port on here, you can also change. Okay, this is 500, and then run this application and ng serve. Okay, ng serve, then it will go on 5000. Okay, so this will not say maybe this will not. Just I open the Okay, on here localhost 5000. Okay, first you first need to build. First we need to build the application. Ng build. Okay, so then after ng serve. Port is not changing. Why are not changing? This I check. 4200. Okay, on here we have assigning. On here we not change things. This is for the read only purpose. Just ng serve. Desktop project number. This is project number. Desktop number demo. Yeah, this is project. Okay, why not change the project? So, if this file in the serve again, control ng build ng build and then ng serve. Okay, not changing. Then another command npm. I clear the cache on here. npm cache clear. npm cache clear force. npm cache okay, then again build then again serve. If not changing, so if you're not changing it through this, you can also change port is equal to 5000. Okay, if you not change that time, so through this you can change through the command. Okay, so then you can see this is a running. You can change something, add on here. You can add on here something HTML for the looking app HTML. Okay, hello Hiran. So you can see on here hello Hiran. Okay, so you can this is run on the 5000. But I am changing on here. It will not change. Maybe some issue. Okay, so it will change on here. Okay, I will take why not changing on here. Okay, so this thing is for the development and this for the testing. Testing purpose we have write the ng test and on here by default this is a Chrome and the request launch and that time this will run the URL is dev on here. Just I check these things also. ng test. Okay, by default this will run or URL is here. Okay, 1976 1976 on this port it will open. Okay, by default when you run the command ng test, then you can understand these things. Learn.json. Okay, and task.json file also used for the some pattern related things on here, regex related things and actually on here some validations. This is a pattern. Okay, this is a pattern on here. This is a pattern. Okay, bundle or this is a pattern matching. Okay, for that purpose, we are using this file. This is for the testing purpose, and this for the development purpose. We have two files. So then one file is a some configuration over here. This one is a regex expression, question mark, stick question mark, active on start. Okay, these things we are generating over here. And this file extension.json file we have used for the plugin. Suppose that we have plugin like in the C# you have some third party library you are adding. Same things on here. This is extension.json file. This file is for the used for the third party library. If you have any third party library, you can add on here. Suppose that you have any template, third party template. Okay, then you can add on here first. Then you can use in the project. Okay, so these things on here, all files we will discuss. If you have any confusion in the project structure, please let me know. Otherwise, we will go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
ले-
So
जब यूज में आएगा ना तभी पता चलेगा पूरा, अभी तो
yeah, correct,
मैं
correct. Yeah, but you can see the recording. Okay,
हाँ ये से
okay. If you any
वीडियो
confusion after 2 or 3 times, you can see the video. After that, if any confusion later, then you use. Then if you are in mind, then these things, yeah, these things. Okay.
ओके
So
ओके
that time you have any confusion, they can also ask. After go to the you only have discuss with the projects after going to the TypeScript.
टाइपस्क्रिप्ट ओके
Yeah. So TypeScript, you know about the C sharp. What is the C sharp? C sharp is a programming language. Oh, okay. Same things. Same things. TypeScript. It is a programming language.
ओके
Programming language developed by
माइक्रोसॉफ्ट
correct. Okay. It is a programming language developed by Microsoft. And compile your code to JavaScript from TypeScript. You know about we will discuss also ECMAScript, correct? You know the ECMAScript. So compile your code to JavaScript from TypeScript based on ES standard. ES standard means ECMAScript standard. ES standard. This is shortcut. ES standard.
ये स्टैंडर्ड
ES standard means uh, we have starting ES ECMAScript 5. After that ECMAScript 6, 7, 8, 9. And ECMAScript, if you see in the ECMAScript 5, it will use only AI, Internet Explorer. Okay.
ओके
ECMAScript 5. After that, ECMAScript 5 is not using any browser like Chrome, Google, Chrome, Firefox, uh, Edge. Okay. In all the browser, latest ECMAScript is using. In only AI, IE, Internet Explorer, is used ECMAScript 5. So based on the by default, it is run the ECMAScript 5 when you run the command. And if you change if you run in ECMAScript 6, 7, 8, then through this command you will need to change. Like suppose I just give the example on like we have run the ts file. This is a command, tsc typescript. Okay, file name, dot ts. Okay,
Yes.
if you not anything further, okay, if you not anything further, then is by default run in ECMAScript 5. Yeah, okay. If you want to go some latest ECMAScript, then on here write target ES25. This is I mentioned on your version ES 2015 25. Based on this ECMAScript, it will run this code tsc filename.ts and generate the JavaScript file.
Yes.
Okay, through this command. Like this, we can example on here. Compile your code to JavaScript from TypeScript based on ES standard. Okay, and
Okay.
uh, it support OOPS concept. It support pure OOPS concept.
TypeScript.
Yes,
Okay.
like data type, generic, generics. Okay, and modules like these things. I will discuss data type, generic, all things in TypeScript, but only what the TypeScript. Okay, how to work. Okay, only for the only I am giving introduction on here. And if you know, you already know, it is a superset of JavaScript.
Yeah, superset of JavaScript.
It is a superset of JavaScript. You can ask, you can tell in interview these things. All this were the TypeScript. And okay, these things we have. This is a TypeScript. What is the TypeScript? This is a TypeScript. Okay. So when you run this, uh, when you run the TypeScript, that time we need uh, node module. Okay,
Hmm.
that time we need
No,
actually
no.
when you run the TypeScript. For that we need to install one command on here, npm install
Node.js.
TypeScript
TypeScript.
version, or version, which version, latest version. By default it will install latest version, and on here g means globally. Okay, if you when you run the TypeScript code, then you need to install this command, npm install TypeScript. Okay, if you locally, then not need to -g. If you globally, because you need to type it any project. Okay, then you on here -g globally. These things. Okay, now move to I close this project till TypeScript complete. After that, after will again come on here. Okay,
Okay.
after complete the TypeScript, then move to this project.
Okay.
Then close this project. Just I share one more project. Just wait 1 minute. Just give me, I share screen. Okay, you can see my VS Code.
Yes.
Okay, please give me 2 minutes. Okay, just okay. So on here start the first sample. FIRST first sample. TS. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So I creating on here TS file
Yes.
first sample, and on here we have create the where I we have on here number 10. Okay, and is number 10, and on here go to the terminal, and here we have write the command is the first sample dot ts. Okay, then execute. Okay, now you can see file generated. JS file is generated on here.
Yes.
Okay, after that for the run the see the output, for that it will done in only we can see in the JS, not TypeScript. This file generated on here through the tested this command. After we can see, then we need to node module on here. Node first sample sample dot js. Okay, it's not showing because I am not at any console, only console. Then see the output on here. Again compile. If you change any file one more and one more, then also many times you can first compile then run. Okay. Then you can see on here output is value of I is equal to 10. Okay.
10.
This come from the this file, and you can see in the JS, where I 10. Okay, so these things from the you can see compare on here. This is where this is a JavaScript. This is a JavaScript. We have not assigning any data type on here.
Oh yes.
Okay, but in the TypeScript we have assigned the data type. If you know, this is a definition on here. This is a definition on here. It supports hooks concept like data type. Okay, first one is clear. Data type. Okay, so we are assigning on here data type, but in JavaScript no need to assign the data type. So again we have write where str colon string is equal to okay, then you can print sailors. Through the sailors you can clear the command. Oh, this is terminal. You can clear the terminal. And again sv, then node, you can see the output of string. This is a string data type on here. Output is here. And if you bear is valid, data type is boolean. Okay, data type is boolean is true, or where ex data type any is equal to 10. Okay, and if you want to change something on here, if you data type on any, then you can change on here also. Change the value on here. Okay, because any data type accept all data type. All data type. Okay. Correct. So you can see on here clear. Okay, I am not printing value, so name. After that, we print the console.log. Is, and you can see on here output is x. Okay, then clear. Okay. You can see on here I 10. After that is value is true, is valid. Okay, boolean type. And after that value is of x is hidden. Okay. And I assign the value on here 10, but after that I change the value x is equal to hidden. Then final value is hidden. Okay, so I am on here data type number, string, any, boolean, all things on here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay. So now I move to things. Suppose we have where b is equal to 10 and where a is equal to 20, and after that, if true, if true, if true, then a is equal to 100, okay, and b is equal to 200, and console.log a, okay, and console.log b, and console.log a, console.log b. Can you any guess what is the output of this a and b? This thing, what the output? Any idea? Something guess?
If true, 100 and 200.
100 and 200. We have 4 console, okay?
Okay.
So output will be 4.
4.
So one is 100 and 200. Okay, one thing on here change late. Okay, then out what is the output?
ये तो कंडीशन ट्रू है तो इसमें जाएगी, वरना
Yes,
यहाँ
yes,
से
yes, yes. Condition is true. Then go to on here. Then
हाँ,
on here output is correct. 100 and 200. After that, what is the output on here?
हाँ, वो और
If on
सेम
here,
होगी।
yeah,
हम्म,
no. Actually, on here we have 10. Okay. After then it replace 10 to 200. Correct.
हम्म,
And on here change to A change to 100, B change to 200. Okay, this is good. But we have data type on here, data type on here, bare and late. You know
let
about the bare and late?
where any data scope
Yeah. On here, scope. I tell you in the first session, just write open the code notepad on here. Late. Late. I tell you about the late and bare. Late and bare. I will not tell you. Okay.
no not
Okay. So actually late you use for the scope variable, means
hmm,
block block scope late, and it is a global
global
scope.
scope.
Yeah, this is things on here. This is a global scope, and we can mention on here. We can mention on here. We have uh, uh, we have late and where. Okay, where and late. Where is global scope, or you can global scope, or you can say function scope. function scope. Okay, and it will support hosting. It support hosting. You know about the hosting? For the hosting.
वो आपने लास्ट लेक्चर में समझाया था
Yes, in the
hosting.
last lecture I discussed for the related to the hosting, related to the declaration.
What?
In hosting,
Hmm?
on hosting, it is a process of scanning the code and move the declaration on top.
Top. Okay.
Okay, these things on here you can see. Okay, these things on here. Suppose I bear, suppose I remove these things and on here where. Okay, then this process of scanning and declaration of a on top, then console.log a. Okay, these things.
Hmm.
This is hosting.
Hosting.
So it's very support hosting, very support hosting, but let is not support hosting. This is a block scope, and does not support hosting.
Hosting.
I tell you why not supporting these things. Okay, late does not support hosting. So I move the browser and inspect element. Can you see my browser?
Yes.
Console. Okay. Can you see my console
No,
in
no, console not seen.
okay.
Demo page is open.
Okay. Demo page. Demo, where is demo? You can see my, okay, this is, okay, this, okay, on here, only inspect. Okay, can you see my console on in the
Hmm.
browser demo?
Yes.
Okay, so console.log, console.log a, okay, and where a is equal to 10, okay. What the output on here?
Undefined.
Correct.
Hmm.
And same things with the late. Same things with the late. Same things we are doing with the late. Variable change b. Okay. What the output on here? Same things I am doing on here. Same line. Only data type I am changing.
Okay.
Only
Yes.
data type you change. You are changing. You can see.
Very late.
Okay. Then what the output on here?
Null.
No. It it I only tell you it not support hosting.
Not supporting hosting.
So what the hosting? Can understand what the
Hosting.
hosting? Hosting means where age equal to first,
Declare on the top.
where a declare on the top. Okay.
Top.
Then but value not assign on there. Only declaration. Okay. Then where a, then a is equal to undefined, output undefined. But these things is not supported by the late. Then what the output on here?
P is not defined.
Yeah. B is not defined because it not support hosting.
Okay.
Late not support hosting. Bear support hosting.
Hosting.
Yeah. Understand?
And
If any confusion, please let me know. Otherwise, we ask question further. You need to understand.
on top level, where is you can declare, but let is not declared.
Yeah, due to that reason, it output is not undefined, because this b is not defined, because b is on here, but b on top level, b have no any variable b. Okay, but on here we accept the hosting, then this go move to the on here, but value is not sent, so it is undefined. But it
Different.
it, it cannot go on the top due to
Okay.
hosting. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. So now I can move on here. So what the output of here? This, the late and where. This is a block scope. This is a
Block.
global scope. Global scope or function scope. Function scope. Okay. So
Mm.
on here, A is equal to 100, B is equal to 200. This is okay. A 100, B 100. This scope on only on here. A 100, B 2000, 200. But
200.
on this scope on side only on here of late. Late is a block scope. So A is 200. So this scope inside this block. A is 100 only in this block. A is
Okay.
100 is only in this block. But outside this block, late value will not change.
20.
Correct.
Mm.
Then on here value is 20. On here, what is the value?
200.
Correct.
Let
On here 200,
E20.
because where is a global scope. Value
Global
change
scope.
on, but is
Mm.
a block scope. Value
Block
change
scope.
on here only. This is a block scope of late. And
Okay.
outside this outside this block, late value will not change. But late value always change in outside block or inside block. So
Where value change.
yeah, bare value change in array place, because this is a global scope. Bare is value is not change, because inside block scope value change, but outside value will be same. So run this code. First save this file. Okay. Then you can see on here output. Okay, this error is coming on here. What the error on here? Cannot redeclare. Okay, redeclare. Hmm. Just try A. This will be okay. A.
ये बी है वो 20 हो जाएगा ऐसा ना नीचे वाले में
It is on here. Block scope variable B.
and not redeclared.
Yes. Just I. Okay. I close this file. Due to that reason, error is maybe coming. Okay. Actually, when I open this file, then move to on here, then error will show. Okay. When I close this file, JS file, then
Hmm.
error will not show on here. Okay. These things on here.
Okay.
Then clear AB. Okay. Then A B. What the output on here? Just okay. So output is 100. 100, 200 is okay. But A
100.
is a 100. A is a 100, okay. But where is your 200? This is a no.
20.
This is a
20.
20.
20.
Yes, because late is block scope.
ब्लॉक्स को मीन्स इफ कंडीशन में ही चलेगा इतना।
B,
200
B,
दिखा
B.
रहा है।
Yes, this output is 200. Suppose I comment this line, then red, okay, 100, B is equal to 200.
100 100 बराबर। बी इक्वल टू 200। ये स्कोप में नहीं
On here,
आया।
on here
20।
is value change on here.
हाँ यस। भाई
But it
is
value
it
come.
is considered in the only this block change value।
Yes, this consider only this block. Why this value come on here? A is equal to 10 and
इसमें भी
declare
सेम
A.
ही आउटपुट दिखा रहा है।
Yes, A is equal to 10, A is a global scope. Block scope, BJ block scope. Okay, inside the if block, A is equal to 100. Then replace to 100 and B is equal to 200. Okay. After if block, print 100 value be updated globally. And this also will change value. Your comment 20 after means it is update the value on here. Okay. This will update value to 100, then it update on also on here.
ओके।
These things update.
if लूप में अपडेट होगी तो ऊपर भी हो जाएगी ऐसा लेट में।
Yes, if inside the if is update, then update value on here also. It means update on here, then update also on here.
हाँ तो ब्लॉक स्कोप नहीं बाहर बाहर है तो 20 आनी चाहिए ना ऐसा होना। ये इसके बाहर है तो नहीं आएगा।
Okay, it is saying that suppose on here, Okay, suppose on here B on here uh, let.
Late.
Okay, when we assign these things on here, these things uh, these things assign on here, then it will not change, then output will be 20. Just I clear. Okay,
तो 20 हो गया.
then our output is 20. On here it is late scope. Okay, inside the late scope it value in this scope
तो
only, so this value will not update. Okay, inside this both things is change. This is a
लेट
out of
लिखना
scope.
पड़ेगा तो अपडेट नहीं होगी.
Yes, if late, because it is late inside the if condition, if then this only in this block scope,
ब्लॉक्स
and
को.
late is outside, so output will be 20 on here. Okay,
ओके.
so so further I will start with the named function. Named function. Okay, so in the named function we have function and pass the parameter and return type, number and return value on these things. This is a named function. And after we will talk about the anonymous function. Anonymous function. On here function. No, let
एनोनिमस फंक्शन.
anonymous. In this we have some syntax. So this is a named function, and in the anonymous we have change only syntax, like let you can let add one is equal to. Okay, on here throw this anonymous function. On here only difference, on here we have no return value. Okay, return in the on here,
ये
but on here we have written in the one line. This is the difference on here, named function and anonymous function. This is written in one line. On here let 8 1 is equal to, but on here not returning anything. Okay, this is a named function and this is an anonymous function, like this.
मीन्स के
Yeah,
वो लेट में पूरा ये स्टोर करेगा एड वन में.
yeah, yeah, this add in this variable.
ओके.
In this variable it will add,
ऐड.
but on here it will not add. This is a difference, anonymous and named function. And we will next is arrow function. Let add to is equal to. Hello, my voice is coming.
यस कमिंग.
Okay, can you see my screen?
नॉट 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 सी.
Okay. Okay, now you can see.
Yes, now see.
Okay, now.
Arrow function, anonymous function, or new
Yes,
function.
yes. Can we continue tomorrow? Actually, my network is down slow.
Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow which time?
Tomorrow, 11 a.m.